this shitty winter just will not end. Fuck, I gotta get something done, otherwise I'll be like hibernating all winter. Got some material here that I printed off, kind of help me understand where I'm going. First thing we're gonna do is drop the braces, not the braces, we're gonna drop the rubber bushings out of the bottom of the bracings. They'll drop the floor down, allow us to fit the rocker up, and then clean that up, and then jack it up, kind of align it. At that point I'm gonna loosen up all the hinges on the door, have everything loose, put the striker back in, that way I can get the door sitting where I want to loose, make sure everything's good, and then set that rocker in place. And then figure out the rest as we go. Maybe the car will come out crooked. Let's try this sexy beast out. Alright, it's Friday afternoon, just heading on a quick road trip, heading down to Aubery's. Pick up some wood to tie me over until we can get out in the woods. We were supposed to head out and cut some wood, but with this winter and all this snow, the snow's like waist deep, and apparently it's kind of a shit show to try to get some wood. So Aubery's got some he's going to lend me for another month or so, and by that time the snow should be melted and we'll be able to head out. So let's fucking head to Aubery's and that, and hour drive. What's going on?
Not much. I'm trying to get the ice broke up so get my door open.
Fuck, I haven't been here for a while.
I know, it's been a while, but...
Oh, look at this, eh? You've been crafting stuff.
Boards.
Just gotta plane them down a little bit?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's alright, Bri. Just got home and unloaded. It's not much wood, but it should tide me over for a little bit. Hoping to have a fire tonight. His fire pit hasn't had a fire in over a month and a half, maybe. First fire in a month and a half. Maybe I'll be able to melt that snowbank behind it. We are going to get back to work in the car, not in this video. We get some other things we got to finish up first. I've had lots of interest on the car. People keep on saying they're going to come by, pick it up, and they don't show up. However, it is what it is. I'm not too concerned. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Going to keep building it in sections, posting it for sale. Price keeps going up. Brought Tomcat outside for a couple of minutes to enjoy the outdoors since it's nice out. I'm sure he's not very impressed that his cage is covered in snow, but a month or so it'll start to melt. So one of the things I need to do is we're going to powder coat this, we're going to sandblast it, and then powder coat it. I need to get cleaned up if we're going to do some powder coating. Two things we're going to powder coat. We're going to powder coat this. I just sandblasted it and then lightly sanded it down by hand. And this is the pinch rail adapter for the jack. I'm probably just going to drill and tap a hole in the bottom so I can hang it from a wire so we can powder coat it. Get those set up. I also picked up these. These came in the mail for doing fabrication work. I got 20 of those pins and the tool and a couple of clamps. Gonna start with that at first and see if we need more. Let's get this shit cleaned up and get things set up. Well, that sucks balls, breaking the tap off inside there. Fuck me. One thing you gotta learn with a tap is that a tap is hard. So in my instance where I broke it off, what I did is took this punch, smashed her through, smashed it to bits, and then in the end I made what's left of the tap into a bottoming tap. So no lost love there. Still gonna work. Got the oven on the counter. Parts are in my cardboard spray booth. Probably gonna build one eventually. They're all cleaned up. Let's get ready to do some powder coating. Okay, this is how the parts turned out. A couple things. We got a little light deep in the corner there. Another thing I learned with powder coating, that it is possible to get a run. I thought you could just cake this on and cake it on and you won't have an issue, but apparently that's not the case. Got a run on that one. And we got a run right there where it was hanging. Another thing I'd notice is that we don't have any coverage in those sections right there. Could be some contaminants. This had been exposed and I sandblasted it and then cleaned it. So it very well could be some contaminants on there, which is going to be a good experiment because I want to see how this is going to react now when it's back on the ATV. See how long it takes for it to start rusting around those areas and spread to the powder coating section. But I think it's motherfucking beer time. I need to finish this video up quickly because Tomcat's outside. He was being a madman, so I had to take him out. And hopefully this calms him down a little bit. Tomcats. Oh no, you're not very happy now. You want it out. Of course you want in. Motherfucking beer time. Box of root beer. Apparently the liquor store can't sell this stuff, so they're selling it really cheap. Let's try this out. You know what time it is? Motherfucking beer time. Boxer hard root beer. See what this stuff is like. Oh yeah. I don't mind this stuff at all. This stuff tastes real good. I may have to go back and get some more. Well, today was a very productive day. I definitely learned some things with the powder coating. The first couple things I've done turned out really nice. And then experimenting on these two pieces, especially on something that's been old and rusted, sandblasted, cleaned, and saw some of the imperfections that are still left in there. Learned that don't overcoat the parts because you're gonna have some runs. That's what you seen there. So I wonder if it's possible if you could powder coat it, bake it, and then put another layer on afterwards. Obviously you're gonna have to have that connection for the static charge. Something I need to figure out. This is why we experiment on these small parts before we get into doing something serious. Anyways, we're gonna get back to work on the car pretty quick. Had some loose ends to tie up, and heading to the World of Wheels tomorrow. So it's gonna be pretty good meeting JD and the king of Tupperware down there. Otherwise, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna enjoy this Boxer hard root beer, and I'll see you in the next video. Motherfucking beer time.